When you retire, your primary residence will most likely be your largest or second largest asset, and many retirees have much of their net worth tied into their home. Studies have shown that the typical American has between 50% and 70% of their net worth in their home's equity. Therefore, your home can be an important financial asset to generate income or cash to pay for other needs or wants during your retirement years. So in this video, I'm going to cover 5 different ways that you can potentially monetize your house in retirement. But before we dive into those points, welcome to the Money Briefing. My name is Jarrell Harvey and I'm with Fedway Financial. On this channel, we cover topics related to personal finance, federal benefits, and retirement planning. So if you find this video helpful, please consider sharing and subscribing. If you own your home free and clear, or even if you have a remaining balance on your home in retirement, there are several ways that you can monetize your house after you leave the workforce. One way that you can draw value from your home is by renting it out. Even though it may not be the most popular of the 5 options that I will cover, I want to discuss this plan first because it's a very broad topic and it really can be a video all by itself. Since many retirees choose to downsize in retirement, renting out your home can be an effective strategy. For example, let's say your home is paid off and you can receive $2,500 per month from renting it out. You can then put that money towards a smaller and less expensive property that you either rent or buy for $1,500 per month. If we keep things simple and not assume any other costs at the moment, that will give you an extra $1,000 of income every month. Now, I want to consider a scenario using the same numbers, but assume that you have an existing mortgage on your home. In that case, you would use the $2,500 to pay off your current mortgage. You will still pay $1,500 on the new place that you plan to occupy. In this situation, you will have $1,000 of savings every month. So as you can see, renting your home can potentially provide either extra income or extra savings depending on your situation. The most important thing is that both scenarios can potentially increase your monthly cash flow. If you choose to rent your house, it may require some cost and time to do things such as showing the home, screening tenants, and performing maintenance on the property. These types of responsibilities may require more work than some people want to do in retirement. So there is the option to hire a property management company that can then take care of all or most of your responsibilities. When considering your rental options, there are 3 primary routes that you can go. You can do the more traditional option in which you rent it out to one person or family, typically on a 1-year lease that can be renewed annually. You can also do the communal option where you rent the rooms to multiple people who all have separate leases that could run yearly, monthly, or even weekly. Then the third option is the vacation rental strategy. This tends to work well if you own a home near a prime recreational area or high traffic location. You can use sites such as Airbnb and Vrbo to manage reservations and payments. If you're looking to monetize your house as a rental property, you should check your local zoning rules, HOA guidelines, and mortgage agreement to ensure that the option is permitted. You also want to check and possibly update your property insurance. A second way that you can monetize your house in retirement is through a home equity line of credit, which is also known as a HELOC. I know taking on a mortgage debt in retirement may not sound all that appealing to many retirees, but it could be a very useful tool to preserve the longevity of your investments and retirement portfolio. With a HELOC, you can borrow against the equity in your home up into an approved amount. There are 2 phases of a HELOC. The first phase is the draw period. Typically, you have 10 years to draw money and pay interest only on the amount that you draw. After the draw period, you enter the next phase, which is the repayment period. During this time, you can no longer borrow from the HELOC and you must start repaying both principal and interest on any outstanding balance. The repayment period typically lasts for 20 years. I do want to point out that HELOCs should not be used to overspend and support an unaffordable lifestyle. Instead, they should be used to help fund significant expenses, since You can spread the cost over several years, and you can avoid having to withdraw a huge sum of money from your investment portfolio. Taking a big chunk of money from your TSP, 401k, or IRA can have critical tax implications, and you could lose out on potential investment gains on the funds that you withdraw from those accounts. HELOCs can also be an alternative to other debt since they usually have lower interest rates than personal loans and credit cards. But like other revolving debt, HELOCs often come with a variable interest rate, so your rate and payment can fluctuate over time based on economic conditions. While some people like the borrowing flexibility of the HELOC, others may want to borrow money against the equity in their home for a specific purpose or project. So a third way that you can monetize your house in retirement is with a home equity loan. With this option, you will receive a one-time lump sum of money. These loans typically come with a fixed interest rate, so your monthly payments are more predictable than those under a HELOC. Fixed payments can also be very helpful in retirement since most retirees are on a somewhat fixed income through their Social Security benefit, pension, and retirement savings. The length of home equity loans can vary, and terms typically range anywhere from 5 years to 30 years. With a home equity loan, you will be required to pay both principal and interest during the entire repayment period. If you only need a small infusion of cash, a home equity loan is probably not the best product for you, as they are typically better suited for major expenses that you are not willing or able to pay from your liquid savings. Similar to a HELOC, home equity loans can provide a lower interest rate and tax savings over other alternatives. For retirees who are looking for a steady stream of income to supplement their other sources of money in retirement but prefer staying in their home, then a reverse mortgage could be a fourth option to monetize your house. A reverse mortgage allows individuals who are mostly ages 62 and older to borrow part of their home's equity as tax-free income. Instead of making payments to the lender, with a reverse mortgage, the lender makes payments to you, and generally those payments are made on a monthly basis through a line of credit or as a combination of those two methods. There are different types of reverse mortgages, but one of the most popular types is the home equity conversion mortgage, which is backed by the federal government. The amount that you can borrow on a reverse mortgage is based on several factors, such as your age, the value of your home, and current interest rates. When you pass away or leave the home for at least 12 months, the home is typically sold and the proceeds are used to pay off the balance of the payments that you received. If the funds from the sale exceed the balance owed, then you or your heirs would receive the remaining amount. But if the sales proceeds do not exceed the balance, you or your heirs do not get nothing, but you do not owe nothing. The last option that I want to discuss is selling your home. You can ultimately sell your house and use the money to cover any financial goals or obligations. After people sell their house in retirement, they typically do one of three things. They downsize to a smaller home that they rent or buy, they move in with a child or family member, or they move to an assisted living or nursing home facility. When you sell your property, you'll get an influx of cash that could provide you with several options to enjoy your money or share your money while you're still alive. When considering ways to monetize your house in retirement, you have options, but it's important to weigh out the pros and cons of each option to determine how they align to your goals or needs. If you received any value from this video, please click the like button. You can also subscribe to our channel to get more content like this. If you're interested in seeing how we help our clients at Fedway Financial get the most out of their money and federal benefits, be sure to visit us at www.fedwayfinancial.com. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next Money Briefing.